Alright, let's look at question number 6. In the handout, it has been printed as number 5. No, it is a typo. It has to be corrected. This is question 6. The first question is to find the model class. So what is the model class? The model class is the class with the highest frequency. So which class interval has the highest frequency? It's this. This is the highest frequency, 32. So what is the class interval that is corresponding to this highest frequency? It is the class of 11 to 20 toothbrushes. So the model class is 11 to 20 toothbrushes. Question B. What is the median class? So to find the median, first we got to find the median's position. So what is the median's position? How do we find the median's position? That is n plus 1 divided by 2. So this is the formula that we use to find the median's position. But I can do a slight modification to this formula when I'm dealing with, or when I'm to deal with a grouped frequency table with class intervals like these, 0 to 10, 11 to 20, and so on. So when you are doing a question that is related to, or when you're supposed to find the median class in a question where there are class intervals, to find the median's position, you don't have to add that 1. Adding 1 is not required. Now, when is this adding 1 not required? When you're tackling, or when you're dealing with data sets that has been put to class intervals like this. So when there are class intervals, to find the median's position, you can simply do n divided by 2. The plus 1 is not required. I repeat, to find the median's position, when is the plus 1 not required? It is not required when the data is put into class intervals. What are class intervals? These ranges 0 to 10, 11 to 20, 21 to 30. In such instances, plus 1 is not required. So what is n? The addition of the frequencies. So when we add 18, 32, 21, 15 and 14, what would we get? The sigma f. Here it's already given as 100 days. Since it's given to me, I don't have to add. If it's not given, I'll have to add the individual frequencies to get the sigma f. So what is n? 100 divided by 2. That's 50. So what is the median's position? 50th position. Now what does that mean? The value that is in the 50th position is the median of this data set. Now which class interval owns the value what is in the 50th position? How do we find that? We've got to put an extra column, and we can put the topic of, or the heading of that column is sum of the frequencies, sum of the f's, the addition of the f's. So 18, what is the next one? 18 and 32, 50. Then 50 and this 21, that is 71. 71 and 15, that is 86. 86 and 14, 100. Now what does this 18 that I'm pointing at, what does this 18 mean? It means in this data set, if we write this data set in ascending order, the values that will be there in the first 18 positions are in the range of 0 to 10. Then values from the 19th position, one position after the 18th, that is 19th, the values from the 19th position to the 50th position are going to be in the range of 11 to 20. Then 51st position to the 71st position, the values from the 51st position to the 71st position are going to be in the range of 21 to 30. Right? So on, I can keep on explaining till the 100th position. However, we are supposed to find the median class. So we know the median's position. So now how do we find the median class? The class interval that belongs, the median class interval. To which class interval owns the 50th value? Which class owns the 50th value? That is a class of 11 to 20. Why? As I said a while ago, from the 19th position to the 50th position is owned by the class of 11 to 20. So the median class is 11 to 20 toothbrushes. Now students, one thing that you got to notice is this 11 to 20 toothbrushes or 11 to 20 class is the class which came as the model class. Now same class is also the same class is also the median class. Now this is just a coincidence. It won't happen always. Now remember, not every time the model class and the median class will be the same. But in this question, it's just a coincidence. We have got the same class as the model class and also the median class. But there is no rule like that. There is no rule which says the model class should be the median class. No, there's no such rule. So in your exams, sometimes you might get one class for the model class, a different class as the median class. That's fine. But in this question, both model class and the median class are the same. Alright. Question C. What is the mean number of toothbrushes? You are supposed to find the mean. Now this question is not in your syllabus, so you don't have to do that. You got to know what mean is, you got to know how to calculate the mean, but you're not in grade 9, you're not required to know how to find the mean of a data set when it is put into class intervals. So when the data has been put into class intervals, finding mean is not required. So not in your syllabus. So question C is just an error from our end. We have put that question to your handout. But remember, it's not in your syllabus. What is not there in your syllabus? Finding the mean when the data is put into class intervals. Question D. Question D is connected to question C. So since you are not doing question C, question D is not required. So both of these questions are nullified, or it's not, you're not required to answer. So only A and B are to be answered. All right.